I'm Cara and this is a 15-minute morning wake-up sequence. You can do it any time of day actually, but it's just a nice, not too vigorous sequence that can do in the morning to get the body moving and set you up for your day ahead. Okay, so we're going to begin in hero pose, this kneeling position. If it's not comfortable for you, you can just come to a cross-legged seated position or extend your legs out in front if this is not too happy for your knees, or sit yourself with a little cushion or blanket between your buttocks and your heels, or a yoga brick between your feet if you have one of those. Otherwise, just resting the hands into the lap, palms facing upwards. Close your eyes and take a moment to focus on your breathing. A gentle breath in and out through the nose. And if you're still feeling a little bit sleepy, taking breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Maybe a little yawn. And as you arrive into your body, once you begin to feel settled, slowing the breath down, breathing in, ribcage expanding, belly expanding, body opening to receive that fresh energy, and breathing out, pulling the belly in, softening the ribcage, relaxing the shoulders. And opening the eyes, release the hands and start to roll the shoulders, get rid of any clicks and clunks. And breathing in, reaching the arms up towards the sky, gazing up towards the sun without overextending your neck. And exhale, releasing the hands down, chin towards the chest. And again, inhale, lifting up, lengthening through the sides of the body. That energy lifting up through your center. And exhale as you push the arms down, shoulders down, neck lengthening and then stretching into the back of the neck, chin to chest. And slowly start to roll the chin shoulder to shoulder. Again, just easing out any tension from the night. And you can start to bring the ear to shoulder. A little bit more stretch down through the side of the neck. You don't want to be too aggressive on these ones. These little neck muscles have a hard job holding our heavy heads on top of the spine. So it's gently easing out that tension. And back to the center. Again, taking another breath in as you reach up. And this time exhale, hands into heart. We come on to hands and knees for our cat-cow. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. As you breathe in, sending tailbone, chest bone up towards the sky. You can soften the elbows to retract the shoulders, allow a little bit more space for the chest to open. And then as you exhale, pull belly up towards the spine, rounding into the back. Pushing the floor away with your hands and your shins. Coming into cat pose. And again, inhale, lengthening the spine. Head and tail lifting. Shoulders retracting, chest opening, belly stretching. And breathing out, pull belly in. Flexing into cat pose. Rounding the back up towards the sky. One more time, breathing in. Coming into cow pose and breathing out, rounding into cat. And coming back to neutral, bring the big toes together, take the knees wide and sit back into tadpole pose. So the wider the knees, the bigger the stretch down the inner thigh and the groin. Have a little bit of extension here through the spine. If your shoulders aren't too happy with the arms extending up here, then take them a bit wider, soften the elbows so you feel you've got a little bit of space there in the shoulders. Otherwise you can stretch them forward And just feel a little bit more stretch into the armpits. And take a moment to ground, to breathe deeply. And then use your hands to walk yourself back up into that hero position, bringing the knees together. We continue to flex and extend the spine like we did in cat-cow, this time with our Ustrasana Balasana flow, our camel to child's flow. So you inhale, lifting up, tailbone down, opening through the front of the body, and exhale, releasing down into child's pose, flexing the spine. Using the breath in to lift you up. You only have to go to where it feels comfortable. Might be a bit stiff first thing in the morning. So lifting the chest bone and pressing the thighs forward to find that extension. And then pulling the belly in, engaging into your belly to support your back as you come into that child's pose, relaxing the shoulders. And again, breathing in, lifting up, active through the back of the body, opening through the front of the body. Be careful not to overextend your neck. And exhale into child's pose. And bringing the hands forward, coming back into tabletop, tucking the toes and lifting the hips up into your downward facing dog. You might want your hands slightly wider here, if the shoulders are a bit tight. And we'll walk this first dog, waking up your feet, your ankles, toes, back of the legs. You can keep it nice and fluid, so we get a little bit of energy there after the stillness of sleep. Walking feet to hands or hands to feet, coming into our ragdoll. So we have a little bit of bend or big bend if you need to in the legs. The sit bones lifting up, belly pulling in, relaxing through the torso, the arms. You can nod and shake your head, or have a little swing or sway, maybe holding on to the elbows. If you want a bit more intensity here, this will create a little bit more weight to release down through the lower back and hips. Or you can come here if there's any issues with blood pressure, migraines, anything like that. You might want to just stretch the back here, the head up. And take a couple more breaths in your ragdoll. These inversions help to get lymph, blood fluid circulating. And start to roll up your spine. Coming up to a standing position. Step to the top of your mat as we come into our sun salutation. We're going to do slightly different variation here in these suns, so it might be slightly different to what you're used to doing. You can start with your feet hip width apart, a little bit more space for the back, hands into prayer, grounding through the feet, breath gently coming in and out through the nose. On the inhale, saluting up towards the sun. Exhale, forward fold from the hips. You can soften the knees to bring the hands to the floor. Relax your neck. And bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthening forwards. Using that resistance between chin and hands to lengthen through the spine, tractioning into your back. And exhale, hinging from the hips, folding back down, hands to earth. Stepping your left leg back, lower the knee to the mat. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky, opening heart space. Bringing the right hand down towards the floor and left arm over into a little side stretch. Might not reach the floor, doesn't matter. You can rest it onto your thigh if you prefer. Chin tucked in and stretching all the way down that left side. Releasing back to center, left hand to the floor, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, opening the heart space, rotating around that center line. Releasing right hand down to the mat, stepping the right knee back into a half plank position, and then lowering chin, chest, and all the way down into cobra pose. Elbows back, shoulders down. This is a little bit strong, struggling with the neck and shoulders, bringing the forearms forward for a supported cobra. Exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg up towards the sky, sweep it forward between the hands and lower the right knee. You can help that left foot forward if it didn't quite make it. Then take a breath in, lifting up towards the sky. Reach the left fingertips down towards the floor and the right arm coming over for that side stretch. Remember, we've got this option to support here or hand onto a brick if you have one. So opening up through that right hip. As you come back to center, bring the right hand down to the floor and lift the left arm up towards the sky, rotating around that middle line and lifting out of the right shoulder. So engaging into your center to keep that stability. Releasing left hand down to the floor, stepping forwards to the top of your mat. Forward fold, relaxing the neck. And then slowly start to uncurl all the way up through the spine. And exhale, hands into heart center. Hopefully feeling a little bit warmer. We do one more time on the other side. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Soften knees if you need to, bringing the weight forwards. Hands to shins, inhale, lengthening. Again, bringing the weight forwards without gripping your toes. Exhale, folding. Pull belly in, give yourself that space to fold the torso towards the legs. Stepping the right leg back, lower the knee. Take a breath in to lift the heart towards the sky. Exhale, releasing left fingertips towards the floor and finding that side stretch through the right side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hand to the floor. Inhale, left arm reaching up. Maybe a little bit more rotation through the heart space here. And releasing left hand down. Either stepping the left knee back or you can take a plank pose. Either knees, chin, chest, or coming down through your chaturanga. You can take that cobra or supported cobra. Some of you may want to come into an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky, sweeping it forward between the hands and lower the left knee. Breathing in as you lift up. Breathing out, finding that side stretch through the left side. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out, left hand down. Breathing in, right arm reaching up, rotating the heart to the sky. And releasing the hand down, stepping to the top of your mat, forward fold. And inhale, either uncurl or swan dive to come up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Bringing your feet together, bending into chair pose. We're sitting back, weight in the back of the feet now, maybe even lifting the toes. Pull belly in, open the heart, reach back through the sit bones. The lower belly pulls in to keep a neutral pelvis, but you can extend a little bit through middle upper back. And inhale, lengthen. Take the feet hip width apart, interlace the fingers and squeeze shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Relaxing the neck, kicking the feet into the floor and the sit bones up towards the sky. Releasing the hands to the floor and lowering the knees, one knee at a time onto your mat, standing on the knees. We'll come into Ustajasana Camel. We did it in our flow at the beginning. We're going to hold the pose now. You can start with your hands onto the back of the pelvis, push the thighs forward, lift up out of the hips, lengthen through the waist, and then squeeze the elbows in, open the chest, lifting chest towards the sky as you push your thighs forward and finding that back bend. Stay where you are. So from the side, if you want to, you can bring your hands to your heels. We're just being careful not to collapse here through the back. So we're still pushing the thighs forward, lengthening and lifting, chest up towards the sky. When we exit the pose, be mindful not to twist. So if you've lowered your hands, bring them back onto the pelvis. We lift up through the center and then back down into Virasana hero position. Take a couple of breaths to settle before we come into forward fold. So once you feel the spine settling back into neutral, we come into our child's pose, resting forehead to the floor, relaxing the shoulders. Slowing down the breath. And gently uncurling to seated. Namaste. So if you enjoyed this flow, you might want to follow it with my 15-minute sun flow, which is more variations on the sun salutation. And I also have a 15-minute power flow if you want something a little bit more dynamic to bring even more heat into the body.